Hello everyone, this is Fireswamp with Creeper World IXE, and today I have something a bit different. I attempted a challenge run for the IXE demo. Specifically, the challenge is to beat the Creeper World IXE demo without building a single unit. This run is on version 16.2. We have 5 missions plus the prologue to complete. First up, the prologue. The only quirk with this mission is that I need to be paused when the gumships respond in so I can delete them immediately. Other than that, this is a free win. Mission 1 is the start of the run proper. This mission shows off the basic strategy behind this run. I don't have nearly enough firepower to fight the creeper, so instead I avoid fighting and rush cores before the creeper can stop me. This mission is also a free win. The creeper can't touch the areas with the cores, so I just need to dig a path between them and win. Mission 2, however, actually defends the objectives and is therefore significantly harder than Mission 1. Now, just because I can't build units doesn't mean I can't use them. When you place a unit, it has collision, even if the unit isn't built. Moreover, this build ghost is completely immune, letting us manipulate the position of units, including IXE cores, when they're in Creeper. Using this, I keep the right core in the bottom part of its area, the middle core near the top, and the left core bouncing towards the top of the map. The drones on this map are dangerous, and I do need to open up the middle in order to get access to the second core. So, instead of fighting the drones myself, I let a very angry Tom fight the drones instead and just teleport to the opposite side of the map like the coward I am. I dig to the remaining cores and drop the right core through a shield so it can be collected. After fixing the path that I messed up. Oops. Anyway, we aren't quite done here. We also need to collect the info cache in order to win this mission. So I instead just drop it in some lava. Yes, this works. We skip mission 3 for now and head to the first bonus mission, which is actually really simple and the first mission I did an Apex only run on. That run, however, was on an earlier build of the demo, and the method I used was patch, so we do need a new strategy here. I start off by collecting 2 gems and dropping some pixelium into acid, generating a bunch of pit liquid. Pit liquid deals damage to creeper, and with the only creeper production on the map being a phantom emitter, this is a rare mission where I can actually fight the creeper, albeit slowly. This gives me a win, not a fast win, but a win is a win. Going into this run, I had 2 missions I was very worried about. Mission 3 and the Next Fest bonus mission. The difficulty with the Next Fest map is I only have a single lathe, and once the creeper floods the surface, I lose. Being on the clock, I choose to use a modification of the speedrun strategy. I have to rescue the top left core first. Once the core has been activated once, it moves around a lot easier, and this improved movement is necessary to get it away from its 2 neighboring emitters. Unfortunately, this also opens up Creeper to the surface. I start digging and I need to be done before the Creeper hits the hole that I'm using. Moving the Apex ship when the Phantom emitter fires sends the Phantoms off in random directions. In this case, hitting inconsequential areas instead of my base. I dig out chambers underneath the 2 remaining IXE cores, build paths to those chambers, and shield drop both of the cores. And it just works, with time to spare. That went so much better than I was expecting. Maybe I'm being paranoid about Mission 3. Mission 3, the biggest hurdle of this run. With the Next Fest bonus mission, the strategy was simple, but speed was a concern. Here, I have the opposite problem. Looking at the map, we have 4 cores in 4 separate chambers, each protected by enough creeper that it seems necessary to drop all 4 through shields to win. But the drones from the bottom left chamber bypass and destroy shields. Activating any core in a chamber connected with these drones is extremely dangerous. There are safe areas on this map, but there is a phantom emitter, so while I'm not on a hard time limit, eventually the phantoms will hit something important and ruin the run. The bottom left core has to be dealt with first. I don't have a way to deal with 10 drones, and I need to separate them from not just the bottom left core, but from connecting to the main chamber as well. Pixelium is impassable to both drones and Creeper. I create barriers using it on both the left and right of this chamber. Next, I get the other 3 cores into position. I can't activate all the cores at the same time if they are too far separated. Teleporting the Apex ship to the top of the map, I dig out a massive trench for the top 2 cores to navigate, while using Build Ghost to guide the bottom right core. With that trench done, I dig out a hole in the bottom of the map for my Apex ship to fit, and while the Apex ship is currently respawning, the Phantoms target, of course, a random point in the map. Certainly they wouldn't both be in positions to screw up the run. After another few attempts, I got back to this position with better Phantom luck, and a slight scare of if there was enough anti-creeper protecting the western core. All 4 cores are now in position. I dig a chamber underneath the 3 cores, and do a triple shield drop, and add a path to the left to reactivate the first core. Our left path gets flooded, so we build the second path. Our right box is too small, so we expand it. But we're still having a bit of difficulty getting the 3 remaining cores through that shield. The shields are decaying, but energy is starting to be dispatched. The last of the 4 cores gets activated, and victory! And with that, I can confirm, all missions of the IXE demo are possible without building a single unit. This run was an absolute blast to perform, and I learned a huge amount of strategies and quirks that are going to help in a number of other instances. But that is all for today. Have a great day, and goodbye!